Hello again, fellow podcaster, and welcome back to Pod Theory. I'm your host, Jason Cercone, and today we're going to talk about a podcasting lesson I found in Think and Grow Rich. Getting what you want from life is all about developing the proper mindset. Mindset will literally make or break anything you want to accomplish. For example, if you're a golfer and you're standing over a 5-foot putt that, if you sink it, will win you a tournament, your mind has to be locked in with laser precision to the thought that you are going to sink this putt and there isn't a damn thing that will stop that from happening. You're visualizing that putt from the very second you reach the green until that ball falls into the hole. But if you stand over that same 5-foot putt, letting the pressure get to you and letting your thoughts tell you that you're going to choke, then you're going to choke. It's as simple as that. Visualizing what you want and having the desire to go after it regardless of how many times you may fail and suffer setbacks along the way is what truly separates those who succeed and achieve their dreams from those who let negative mindset dictate the terms and settle for defeat, even if victory was just a few feet away. No book better exemplifies the power of mindset better than Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This time-tested classic has been the quintessential go-to chronicle for grasping the knowledge necessary to fuel your mind and achieve great things. It was originally published in 1937, and over 80 years later, the lessons found within still hold up. Desire, passion, definiteness of purpose. It doesn't matter what field you're in or what your ultimate goal is, until you bring these principles into focus, you're going to struggle. Ask any successful entrepreneur or professional if they've read Think and Grow Rich, and you'll be hard-pressed to hear the word no. Napoleon Hill's book has changed the game for thousands and thousands of people and continues to do so to this day. If you're listening to this podcast right now and haven't experienced Think and Grow Rich, move it to the top of your must-read list immediately and go grab a copy today. Now, believe it or not, today's episode of Pod Theory is not an unsolicited ad for Think and Grow Rich. But I just recently finished reading the book again, and I came across something I thought was pretty cool. As I said before, the lessons from this book released in 1937 still hold up today. And I stumbled upon a lesson that draws some very big parallels to podcasting. Chapter 6 of Think and Grow Rich is all about imagination, and as Hill defines it, the 5th step towards riches. Throughout this chapter, he explains how the power of imagination will fuel some of the great innovations that are sure to take over the world, and those brave enough to use their imaginations will reach superior levels of success. At this stage in the world in 1937, radio was beginning to come of age, and Hill noted how this medium would produce new millionaires from those willing to learn how to harness its power. As I read this section, it made me realize how history is repeating itself, because the exact same dynamic can be applied to podcasting today. Here are a few excerpts from Chapter 6 of Think and Grow Rich about the radio revolution. The next flock of millionaires will grow out of the radio business, which is new and not overburdened with men of keen imagination. The money will be made by those who discover or create new and more meritorious radio programs and have the imagination to recognize merit and to give the radio listeners a chance to profit by it. Here is a wide open field of opportunity screaming its protest at the way it is being butchered because of lack of imagination and begging for rescue at any price. Above all, the thing that radio needs is new ideas. If this new field of opportunity intrigues you, perhaps you might profit by the suggestion that the successful radio programs of the future will give more attention to creating buyer audiences and less attention to listener audiences. Stated more plainly, the builder of radio programs who succeeds in the future must find practical ways to convert listeners into buyers. Moreover, the successful producer of radio programs in the future must key his features so he can definitely show its effect upon the audience. Sponsors are becoming a bit weary of buying glib selling talks based upon statements grabbed out of thin air. They want, and in the future will demand, indisputable proof that the Who's It program not only gives millions of people the silliest giggle ever, but that silly giggler can sell merchandise. There is plenty of room in radio for those who can produce or recognize ideas. So when I hear these thoughts being applied to radio in 1937, I think the exact same things could be said for podcasting today. Money will be made by those who create programs of merit that listeners can profit from, a wide open field of opportunity that rewards those who bring new ideas to the table. Successful programs will give attention to creating buyer audiences and finding practical ways to convert listeners into buyers. Show sponsors not wanting to advertise just for the hell of it, but because they know their message will reach the right audience. This is podcasting to a T. Although Napoleon Hill's points were made for radio, I see a direct relation to podcasting in his writing. And without question, applying imagination to the world of podcasting is what has led to the birth of thousands of active shows that continue to churn out great content on a consistent basis. Whether that content is meant to entertain, to educate, to inform, to build brands, to trigger emotion, it's all on the table, and it's what makes the podcasting space so awesome. You won't be around to see it, and neither will I, but wouldn't it be cool if someone found your podcast 80 plus years after it released and discovered it applied to the newest tech development of that era? That's something to ponder. Again, today's episode was not an ad for Think and Grow Rich. But to close, I'll throw one more plug in there because I want you to experience this book. Go get your copy of Think and Grow Rich today and start digging in. And that's that for today's session of Pod Theory. I hope you enjoyed our time together today. I know I did. If you'd like more, come on over to Clubhouse and join Club Pod, a community of 40,000 members and counting within Clubhouse that's all about podcasting. We have rooms going on almost every hour of every day, and you can learn so much from the conversations that are unfolding. Every Thursday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, you can find me in the Beginner's Luck Room as a moderator, and coming soon, I'll be leading my own room. I'll let you know when that's going to start, but for now, get on Clubhouse, find me at Jason Cercone, and join Club Pod. Good talk. I'll see you back here tomorrow. This has been Jason Cercone on Pod Theory.